In the 1950s, it was drive-in movies, dinners, jukeboxes, and buying that diamond ring to marry the girl of your dreams. It was either staying single or getting married, to a single person, that is. But in the hippie era of the 1960s, things began to change as some people opted to forego traditional marriage to live with someone else. And in California and in Oregon, the trend was not just to live with someone else, but to live with everyone else. In communes, that is. Parents were shocked as they saw their children live the slogan, "If it feels good, do it." And as the old millennium waxed to an end, we are seeing a growing trend in same-sex relationships in this so-called new millennium and new morals. Later it was a push for legitimizing same-sex partnerships, and later after that it was demands for legalized same-sex marriage. We saw unofficial ceremonies, and soon some local and state government bodies actually granted some degree of recognition to those unions. The mayor of San Francisco even printed marriage, well, quote-unquote marriage certificates in disobedience. But then the previously unthinkable concept occurred: outright legalization of same-sex marriage, and not just in California. Those opposing legalized same-sex marriage warned that changing the definition of marriage would be a slippery slope, that it could open the floodgates to people marrying their sister or their uncle or their daughter or even their pet or perhaps a tree in the backyard. Getting married under the old oak tree would certainly take on a whole new meaning if a person was marrying that tree. But same-sex proponents scoffed at such far-fetched concerns, saying same-sex lovers were simply committed to each other the same way that heterosexual couples were. But the question of whether a person should be allowed to marry himself or herself has not been really raised that I can recall of until now, when it was reported that a woman just married herself. Arguably, Grace Gelder broke traditional marriage paradigms in two ways with her mano-a-mano marriage. First, she jettisoned the need for a second party in her personal love affair. Second, she entered into a same-sex marriage, or would it be a unisex, or a marriage after all, for that matter. Again, people today are laughing at unofficial quote-unquote marriages like this, but yesterday's same-sex unions morphed into today's actual legalized same-sex marriages. But regardless of the category of Mrs., would I call her, Gelder's marriage, the question is, why did she do it? According to published reports, she said she did it because a relationship with someone else was too much work.